Hi, welcome back to Wildcat Vintage. My name is Randy. I am the owner of Rockabilly Raven Vintage on Etsy. And here on my channel, we do vintage haul everything. So here on this channel, we do vintage clothing, vintage accessories, all in a haul format. Because that is my favorite format, and I do try and style and try on the pieces to show you how I might wear them, or maybe how you might wear them. If you like that sort of thing, please consider sticking around. Today I have an epic haul, and you wouldn't normally think that somebody would just be like, oh, I have an epic haul. It's like, oh my gosh, I have an epic haul. But I've been finding a lot of vintage lately, and so this particular haul is a big one, and I think I am going to split this one into two parts. I'm going to do a first part and a second part with different pieces, just so that you're not stuck here looking at all of my crazy finds for the next 35 minutes. Instead, we'll split it into like 12 and 15 minutes or something like that. So without further ado, let me go ahead and get started. Okay, to start off with, I have two awesome handbags or purses. This fantastic handbag is a navy blue vinyl. It is in fantastic condition. Bottom is clean and it is in amazing shape. So when you are picking up handbags, make sure and always check the handles. Make sure that they are in good shape here at the connection points. As I have mentioned several times, you should always check the bottom. And then of course, take a look inside and make sure that you are happy with it. I found a scarf in mine! Apparently someone left their silk scarf in their handbag. So this really awesome piece has a good tag, and it's just in fantastic condition. I kind of popped it on my arm so you could see scale wise what it looked like, but the front here is a dyed blue suede, and then of course it's got the nice patent vinyl on the sides. And this fantastic little piece was $6, but it was in such beautiful shape. How could I pass it up for $6? So the other bag that I got from this particular thrift haul was this beauty. This is a vintage 1980s Coach purse. It is in really good shape. The bottom looks good. All the straps look really nice. The inside looks good. So there's a couple of ways to really make sure that the bag that you have is an actual Coach bag. I'm going to do my very best to show this to you, but it's going to be really hard. Alright, see if I can get it there. Can the camera see it? I can't tell. Okay, do you see that inscription right there? So if you have an actual Coach bag, down at the bottom of that inscription is a number, and that number is kind of like a barcode for Coach. So if you take that number and type it into Google and it says copy, it's not authentic, then you know that you've got a knockoff Coach bag. If you type that number in and it's like, this Coach bag was produced in these years, obviously you do have a good Coach vintage or maybe more modern Coach piece. Because it's important, and I want to share this with you, there are a couple of ways to authenticate higher end vintage. Here are a couple of tips. One, Coach is never going to send out, Coach or Louis Vuitton, Prada, any of these things, they are never going to let a bag off their assembly line that's not perfect. 100% perfect. Straight lines, straight stitching, all of the metal will match. So if you find a piece and the pattern on a Coach bag is slightly off center, it's a knockoff. If you find a Louis Vuitton that the LVs are off center or the fabric on the bag is a little bit kiltered, is 100% a fake. That is a huge indicator that you have a knockoff bag. The little Coach dog tag, if the Coach dog tag is split, if the edges are fraying off, that is not a good Coach bag. The likelihood that you will have a knockoff is higher than the likelihood of finding an actual Coach bag. I happen to live in an area where people throw Coach and Louis Vuitton bags out. I find them about 2 or 3 times a year, and this happened to be one of them. So I was really excited to find this fantastic piece. As you can see, I might pop in a clip of me with the saddlebag on. It's a great piece. I really love Coach bags, and I was super excited to find it. Alright, so now that we have done some bags, I would like to share with you some awesome coats that I found. Oh my gosh, look at this purple. Makes me think of Go-Go Bordello. Start wearing purple. So this purple suede coat is absolutely fantastic. It is from the 1970s. Has these awesome notched, that's what that means, is this right here, notched wingtip collar. It is a belted coat, so it doesn't have any buttons, but it has its matching belt. If you are looking for vintage in a thrift store setting or in any setting, always double check and see if there are belt loops, and if there are, see if there is a matching belt. If you don't immediately find a matching belt, do not write it off. Always check the pockets. You would not believe how many times I have found the matching or coordinating belt to a dress, a coat, sweater, you name it, in the pocket of that piece. It was just a thing that they used to do, and it's a great way to see if maybe the matching belt is still with a garment that you find secondhand. If you do not find the original belt, do not despair, my friends, because if it's a really good piece and you're just all about it, put a different belt with it. Put a big leather belt on it, or potentially find a coordinating belt that will work for it, that'll go with your outfit. It's not an end game scenario if you can't find the belt, but if you do find the belt, even better, just rock it. Has a wonderful lining. This piece only has its union made tags remaining. It doesn't have a maker's tag, designer tag. So as you can see, I threw this fantastic purple coat on and I had a good time wearing it. It's not quite my style. I like more of a 1940s style, but I really thought that the color was so vibrant and it was so beautiful. Someone is going to love this 1970s fabulous purple suede coat. So, sticking with coats, I also found this awesome Jackie O level late 50s, early 60s green wool coat. It is a cashmere. Ooh. It's got a mink collar. Isn't that great? Look at that big old mink collar. Has fantastic, I would almost venture to say that they are Bakelite buttons, but it's really late for Bakelite, so it might be Lucite, but I might test them and see if they are Bakelite. Regardless, really cool buttons. Absolutely beautiful length on it. Not quite my color, but as you can see, it looks really fantastic on. The one of the great components of wearing vintage is mixing it with modern and adding just a little bit of that vintage flair with a modern outfit, and it just snazzes up any outfit to throw on a vintage coat, let me tell you. So, all right, last but certainly not least, in the world of coats, I found this absolutely beautiful, also cashmere, black opera coat. This beautiful coat is just stunning. Unfortunately, it's a little bit too small, so when you see that I tried it on, notice that it definitely didn't fit me very well because the sleeves are so tiny. But it is a great swing coat. It's absolutely beautiful. I really enjoyed throwing the coat on over the outfit that I was wearing. This fantastic coat has a beautiful matching satin lining. It also has a monogram on it, so you know, can't lose your coat. I'm going to show you this cashmere tag. Isn't it great? It's a wonderful tag. It's also, this coat happens to be from a really famous store in Columbus, Ohio called Lazarus. It is no longer in operation, but because I'm in Northeast Ohio, of course I find vintage pieces that still have store tags on them, and I was very excited to find this fantastic black cashmere swing coat. So next, I would like to show you the lone scarf that I picked up on this trip, which is this fantastic, absolutely, oh, just so pretty, Vera Newman 1970s wingtip scarf. Isn't it great? So if you find a scarf that's got these points on them, that is called a wingtip scarf. And as you can see, I had a really good time styling it and putting it in my hair, putting it around my throat, and it was just a very versatile piece. If you have been around for a while, you happen to know that I am a Vera fangirl. Vera Newman is one of my absolute favorite 20th century artists. I just adore her work, and I always love finding pieces just because I want to make sure you can see how pretty this is. There is a beautiful flower in black on this sort of mottled speckled background, and it's just simple and beautiful and elegant, and I just loved it. So that was a great piece to find and add to my collection. All right, friends. Oh, wait a minute. That little scarf that I yanked out of that handbag was a pocket square that, check out that name. What? Bonus silk pocket square in like beautiful blue and red. Oh, St. Laurent. Oh my. Woo! I got two scarves. That's pretty okay. All right. Anyway, to finish up this first half of the haul, I will show you 3 more pieces. They are all skirts. I don't normally do dresses and skirts. I'm really tall, and I have not found a way to be able to show everybody me, lower half of me, in an outfit. So without further ado, I found 3 really fantastic skirts. Found this awesome 1970s corduroy A-line skirt. It's got awesome little brass buttons on it. They're really great. And this wonderful wine sort of raspberry skirt. As you can see, oh, I really like this skirt. it's actually a tiny bit too big in the waist for me. I initially had thrown it on over the pants that I was wearing, but decided to go ahead and just wear it as I would out, and it's a little bit roomy, but I don't know. We'll see. It's really wonderfully homemade, and I really, really enjoyed having that to try on and show you. So the next two skirts are actually the same skirt, same size, in two different colors. First one is this awesome mustard yellow denim skirt, and the sister to it is this fantastic mocha brown denim skirt. And as you can see, I tried them on, and so both of these skirts are from the same maker and the same size. Like I said, they are a vintage size 22. They were too big for me, so when I tried them on, they were definitely not a size 22 too big for me. They were like a 16 or an 18, and I normally wear a 10 or a 12. So definitely still not modern sizing, but it was really fun to find these colorful 1980s denim skirts in such a great size. They're a little short for my tastes. I would not wear a skirt quite that short without maybe leggings. That's just personal preference. But someone is going to love these two skirts in these two different colorways and such an awesome size. I was really excited to find these, and I'm going to put them in the store for whoever may want to style them up and do something awesome with them. So, alright my friends, I'm going to go ahead and cut this one in two, so stay tuned for part 2 of this epic haul. If you enjoy these sort of things, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell for notifications. If you have any suggestions or a thought on something that I could do a video on, I would love to start a discussion down in the comments below. If you know someone else who likes haul videos or vintage clothing, or both, maybe consider sharing this video with them. I would love to interact with more like-minded individuals here on YouTube. I hope that this video has blessed you in some way. I know that your presence here has blessed me, and I look forward to seeing you in the future. Have a fantastic day. Bye!